Good morning, Letter fans, and welcome to another MOC Roundup. Before I get really into anything, let me just say that my diet is going really well. Anyway, today's episode is a bona fide look at a skeleton MOC that I made a little while ago. Basically, certain parts were just kind of calling to me. They were just randomly assembled in my Lego bin, and it looked like a thing. So I made it into another thing, and now it looks like a real thing. Anyway, before I really babble on about it, let's just take a look at this. Alright, here we go. Without further ado, here's Mr. Bones. He's an 8.5-inch tall brick-built figure. Basically, he started his life off as a small fragment inside my Lego sorting area, and has since kind of expanded off into one of my more unique MOC characters, I suppose. I should note that he's semi-finished, although there are still some parts that are miscolored and whatnot. But generally, I'm pleased with the way he turned out. I could go overboard and order a few parts from Bricklink, but the way everything is nowadays, it's better to hold off on that and just kind of let things ride. I mean, he can still stand up, and he conveys the idea of a skeleton, so that's good enough for now. Anyway, basically, he started his life off as a small fragmented part, what I assume to be maybe a front of a vehicle or maybe a top of a sunshade. Basically, from the hinge up was what was peeping out from my Lego sorting area, and it struck me as kind of a skeleton head, just kind of an abstract one maybe. But I expanded on that. I kind of expanded downward into this kind of posable kind of head here. Let's see if we can get him to, He's very expressive. He can either be happy, joyous, or just kind of sad or kind of questioning about everything. And I really appreciate or kind of really liked the way that his head can articulate in such a way that it's expressive, very minimally so. Another part that I'm really proud of is the fact that his entire ribcage here is actually made up of a whole bunch of transparent bricks. I suppose you can see him through this way. Basically, I was able to make his ribcage by suspending these kind of half-arched bricks here over a transparent inner core. This part right here became very interesting, trying to basically make the collarbone and the ribcage kind of come together to the neck area. I used a couple of headlight parts there, or headlight snot bricks there, the ones with the little recessed cavity in there, and that's how I was able to make that nice recessed collarbone there. I'm not too happy with the arms, as they were really the only way I could make arms right now. If you have a better idea, please share them with me. But yeah, so basically it's a ball joint with, I believe this is a bionicle arm, or maybe one of those big hero figure sets. Basically, it's on the end of basically just a Technic part here. There's enough clearance here for his big old wrist to slip past his ribcage. I would like to have something a little more elegant and form-fitting here, but as he's really kind of just fun just to have posing around. I mean, it's not really like I'm gonna play with him a whole lot. I mean, I'm just really nitpicking for that. Anyway, the real fun part gets down in the pelvis area. Heyo. And really, though, we have a couple of actuating parts here. For one, he could bend right at the waist so he can sit properly. And he has a couple of ball joints here, so, I mean, even though he's in the sitting position, you can still kind of do a shuffle and walk there, kind of do that. But really, that's so he can sit down properly. You got a whole bunch of ball joints there going on with the legs, a whole lot of these inverted slope pieces, I believe, all around here to make up the calf muscles and things. And the legs, or I mean the feet rather, are made up of a couple of plates, just kind of done minimally. I kind of offset them so that they would fit together a little bit better when standing up. I found that if I were to use sort of a ball joint part here that was 2 by 1, I believe, it would kind of offset it a little bit too much. But I mean, it looks a little funny with kind of pigeon-toed feet almost, but he's just fun. He was literally staring at me from the shelf when I was really pressed for Halloween content. I mean, there's only so many witches and things that you can share with people. So I was pressed for content, and I was literally staring right at him when I said, I need something to review, to look at. And he really came to save the day. I'm really proud of him, Mr. Bones. Just the fact that I was able to make something on my own that's unique, that's not inspired technically by anything in particular. It's not a castle, it's not a rocket ship, it's not anything classical or anything. Nobody really wants to, or not to my knowledge, has made a skeleton character. I know a lot of people on the Reddit, Lego Reddit rather, have made quite a few, I don't know, superhero action figure characters, using these ball joints and other things like that. But really, I haven't seen any with skeleton, and it's seasonally appropriate. So there we go, 2 for 1. Anyway, that's been kind of a quick little review of my own little thing, a little mock review rather. If you'd like to see more craziness and more oddball stuff from me, please leave a like and subscribe. And Mr. Bones here will be very happy. That's right. If you don't, he'll be very sad and very angry. I love that. Anyway, without further ado, I'll catch you next time. Bye!